And just like that, the final episode of the recording session has begun. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. I am your host, MegaShadowFist. I suck at video games, I suck at commentary, and when we last left off, we were, sorta, kinda, not really talking to, our friend here about our, things. We weren't really doing anything. Let's go ahead and present stuff, if you will. The script. To Miss Woods. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any ideas what's going on here? We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. And the only people who knew the details were Professor Court and I. Nothing we haven't heard already so far. However... Yes? What is it, Junie? Well, there was this one article in the school paper. Huh? You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece in a newspaper article if you ask me. I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin Hugh and me. He wants to stay friends, but both of the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Yeah. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it. Nah. I mean, I never really experienced this in high school. But... And I know I shouldn't have I know I shouldn't have, but... I revised the script to favor the prosecution. Really? I mean, personally, if I was Miss Woods, I wouldn't date either of them because frickin' Mr. O'Connor is a piece of work. He's definitely suffering from narcissistic personality disorder, and he's definitely suffering from grandiose narcissism at that, and he's just not a very likable person. And Newman, like, he means well, but he's Newman, so, like... I revised the script to favor the prosecution, but Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. So if Robin had won, he wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. We better take note of that, actually. Because that might explain the discrepancy between the actual murder and the, script one. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh? You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. The owl? I was wondering about that owl you had on when you were arrested.
Detective Fulbright, I found this in the suspect's pocket.
Why, there's blood on this. Yeah, okay. That's evidence we made for the mock trial.
A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy.
It was the murder weapon for the mock trial. Professor Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested. Then we've nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime. Still, that blood-red color on the owl bothers me. Was that just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but... It probably was just paint. But that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the owl when we were prepping it yesterday. Okay. It wasn't. Then how and when did it get there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Athena and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the owl with what looked like blood on it. Excuse me, what? A key? And the owl? Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club's advisor. And since that key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the owl to look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted the props should be realistic, so... The owl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial with what looks like blood on it. I have a really bad feeling about this. Me too, but let's not jump the gun on this. Mock trial prep work? You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes, I left school at around 6 o'clock p.m. Did you notice anything different about her? No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything we can to prove you innocent tomorrow. I know, and I believe in you, Athena. Well, I should go now. Bye. I feel like I was using Apollo's voice for her for a little bit there. Is she gonna be alright? She's like a shadow of the girl we met back in the academy. Oh, that's right, I keep forgetting this is before Case 1, so, yeah. The Junie I knew was always like that, a little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. I don't understand why facade is written like that. It has that weird C thing. That is the only time you'll ever see that. The only time that you'll ever see that C thing in the English language. But for some reason, despite the fact that it's not even a letter in the English language, officially, it's still written like that. I believe that actually. Nah, whatever. Even still. What is it? Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. Except she noticed it every single time, so there's no way you would have been mistaken about this. There's no reason to doubt their friendship, is there? Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Yep, tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Professor Constance Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body is moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script described. I wish those were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is the script in this case are exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows that the actual trial may very well unfold just as the mock trial did. Oh no! The mock trial ended right before the prosecution is about to win. Well, that's not gonna happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo, and he's the king of being fine. I'm fine. To be continued. And once again, we did not save throughout the entire investigation section. I have a bad habit of that. Save game, yes please. Over slot 1. Override the selected save data, yes please. Alright. I was about to hit return to title by accident. October 25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. My butterflies have butterflies in their stomach. So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? My heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran that full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high. You know, like a runner's high? Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. Did a Phoenix say that, or? Yeah, it was Apollo. Yeah, okay. Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. So my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is terribly brutal. This will be your 4th time beating him, whatever. And willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction. Yeah, I mean, like, sorta. Like, he's not like Manfred von Karma bad, but like he's kind of bad. Isn't that stupid analytical psychology? There's that end justifies the means concept again. Now that it has come to this, we have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means. I wish he'd stop saying that. That's your method, Professor. I'm gonna defend Juniper in my own way. But Miss Cykes, just yesterday you told me.
As a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else?
That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients.
But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain?
Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I?
My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you'll have to learn of your own inefficiency the hard way.
We're gonna win. Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that?
Oh dear, please forgive me. It's just, I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can.
I do too, but...
Now, if you'd excuse me.
Ugh, thanks, Jen, I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Don't let it get to you, Athena, and don't forget to keep smiling. I'll be fine, and I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to face their biggest smiles. Or force.
The trial's about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom if you please.
Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena this time. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me. That's right, I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free. Every time I say I won't rest, I keep thinking of this stupid friggin' Miles Edgeworth investigations thing. I'm not going to say it. October 25th, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Well, if you've played it, you know what I'm talking about. If you watch Crowdus' playthrough of Edgeworth investigations, you definitely know what I'm talking about, because you friggin' love that for some reason. I don't even... What was so catchy? I don't get it. Day 1. Court is now in session. All rise. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. Athena Cykes, defense team leader is ready, Your Honor. That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay? Oh, I'll be fine.
Your boldness.
I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement. He doesn't even have to use analytical psychology anymore. He can just do it himself. This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicate it any further. Now, summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your boldness. Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, please call our first witness. And now we don't even get an opening statement. That's just how it is, Athena. Of course, it's always the detective. Detective Fulbright. He and Prosecutor Blackwell have become quite the team. There's no team that's better than Edgeworth and Gumshoe, though. Oh, right. The case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge, everyone's favorite friend of justice, explain. What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync. Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding, if that's what you're thinking. All right, Detective Fulbright, would you please explain the case to the court? Professor Court's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this awl I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it. All add to the court record, the weapon used to murder Constance Court, her blood was found on it along with Junie's fingerprints. Court's autopsy report added to the court record. Estimated time of death between 6 and 8 p.m. Wait, what? Cause of death, blood loss from a deep stab wound in the victim's side. Hold on. 6 and 8 p.m.? Wow, that bird can deliver evidence too. Blackwell has trained him well. Hold on. The body was discovered between 2:30. Let me check something real quick. Court's planner. Okay, so 6 p.m. that would have been the day before, right? Let's look at this. Between 6 and 8 o'clock p.m. on October 23rd, blood loss due to stab wound to the side of the body. Marks indicate wrists may have been bound. No other visible damage, but stab wound was very rough. Okay, between 6 and 8 p.m. that Wednesday. Do you have anything to contradict that? Not necessarily. Anyway, wow, that bird can deliver evidence too. Blackwell's trained him well. Maybe Blackwell should train him to not mess up people's hair while he's at it. Moving right along. The body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the third floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So, then the body had been moved from the art room to the stage. Precisely, and there is one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" That's interesting. What's this? He has such a recording! Must be from the tape recorder Miriam mentioned. But why is this the first time we've heard of a death threat at the moment of the murder? Shh! Silence, please! I would like to play the tape for you now. I have to give a random generic voice to Constant Court here. So that wasn't really a female voice, whatever. It is quite hard to hear. Oh, it's like that. Like, but the voice does sound female. Tape recorder add to the court record. You know what I could do? I could in post add a sound effect to make it sound like. I think I might do that actually. Used by Miriam to secretly record the conversation in the art room. A woman can be heard shouting, "You're a goner." The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible. Then you haven't identified the voices belong to the defendant. Not so fast. After all, voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know. It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning. However, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and the faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body. So the prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body. Wait one moment. If all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body. Ha ha ha! Have no fear, for there is always an exception. An exception? The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. What? Then that would mean... What would that mean? Those 3 students were the only ones who could have moved the body, and just as we trust. I don't know. I don't like where this is headed, Athena. Me neither. And by those 3, I mean Hugh O'Connor, Robert Newman, and Juniper Woods. I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say. And just as we trust, I take it everyone understands now. The voice believed to be that of the murderer was female, and out of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just one is a girl. That leaves the defendant, Juniper Woods, as the only possibility. No! Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations. You can at least pretend to be upset for me. A splendid job, Fulbright. That could not be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't understand why the prosecutors seem to be in charge of the pay of the detectives. This is the first time that Blackwell's actually mentioned pay for Fulbright, though. It was always like a joke that Edgeworth and Lady Von Karma would cut Gumshoe's salary in the older ones. Ha 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 ha! I don't do this for money. It's all about justice.
In justice we trust. Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are.
I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works in Detective Fulbright. No, sure, it sure does not.
Now, bailiff, please bring our next witness to the stand.
Sit box, yeah. It's Boxman 2.0. He really likes Scuttlebutt.
So, our first witness is a cardboard box.
It's Snake, of course.
Metal Gear.
Gah!
Stealth mode deactivated. Oh my, the box has hands.
Smile, Your Honor.
The truth. What the dickens? I've just had my picture taken.
Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy and a reporter on the judge course. Juniper's been a bad, bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crime.
Might I ask whether you could come out of the box?
How'll I get any more scoops if I blow my cover? So, the answer is no. After all, covert action as an undercover reporter's bread and butter.
But testimony from a faceless witness is highly irregular.
She is female, by the way. So, I don't think that she's the murderer, though.
A former ninja I met in the clink said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them.
He was a ninja? Like, dude. Those aren't really a thing anymore. Was he like on stage or something? Well, then again, he's a samurai. Like, what you call it's a samurai, Blackwell, and those don't really exist anymore either.
Oh my, I had never thought of it that way. Very well, if it would spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time.
A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto. Okay, so Shinto, by the way, is a traditional religion in Japan, right? It's written with the kanji for, like, God, if you will, and the kanji for, like, Wei, if you will. Because, like, those are the two main religions in Japan, Buddhism and Shinto. Buddhism is typically used for religions that revolve death, typically speaking. Shinto, on the other hand, is for stuff that involves life. That's the general difference between the two, in case you were ever curious, because people generally follow both, although people are becoming a lot less religious as time goes on. One of those things. How can the judge believe this load of crock?
Now your testimony, please. Oh, but take care not to reveal your face.
Witness testimony. The similarity of the case and the script. The murder weapon happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's content. But Professor Court sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive, and the murder is just like her script.
The murder is just like her script. Could such a thing be true?
Compare a script with a murder case and crime scene photos, then you'll see.
This is so simple, even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge can understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script. Ergo, the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script, along with an envelope in which "Use" was written, were found. This proves that the accused's script had been written the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim to use her script. An argument ensued, and then the fatal stabbing.
That makes perfect sense. What now? Prosecutor Blackwell has all his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now. He's like a pit bull. What's to stick his teeth into you?
How dare she misconstruct all bum rap and phony evidence granted as betrayals? I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness.
No problem! I mean, yes, I'm ready! I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this. Cross-examination, if you will. The similarity of the case and the script. Hair, forehead. I was going more into like Lady Von Karma than like Clavier though. Hair, forehead. Hair, forehead. Oh, no. The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. There must be places where the script in this case diverge. Cock. Don't sweat the details. That kind of stress will give you wrinkles. I'm not worried. My skin is as fair as silk.
Objection.
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate.
Objection.
What is going on with this objection thing? What did you just say? Blackwell's really turned that one around on you. Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback. Whoa, easy there, Athena.
Now you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage hadn't yet been erected on the mock trial script. In the actual case, there were signs indicating the victim's wrists had been bound. But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility.
Looks like I won't be passing this off as coincidence.
What a total burn! Try again, why don't you, pot of woods? Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's content.
Somebody could have stolen a peek beforehand. That is true, but who would that somebody be?
I don't think so. I mean, I tried only a number of times.
Shame on you, Miriam.
But that crafty she-devil Juniper has eyes in the back of her head. What chance does your average person have it if an undercover person reporter like me failed?
Interesting point. Still, Miss Scuttlebutt, won't you get in trouble later for admitting to such underhanded tactics?
Why you? I played entrapment.
How is your blurting out your own crime entrapment?
Gak! But you haven't scooped me yet. They were all set to use Juniper's script. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage.
How do you know that Professor Court wasn't going to use her script?
Then the art room where the heinous crime took place. One envelope marked used and Miriam Scuttlebutt's script was found. Evidently, the script that was going to be used belonged to the girl in the box over there. It's only natural that my script would be accepted and hers rejected. I introduced all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence.
Because those are totally brand new.
It was a cutting-edge script portraying a courtroom bad in the dark age of the law.
I can't help but feel Professor Court went out of her way not to use it.
But Juniper, she used some devious underhanded tactics to get her script chosen. That's why her script and not my masterpiece was used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation? Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive and the murder is just like her script.
Press. Anyone who saw the mock trial could have recreated the crime. Except that... After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged the body just like the script.
Objection.
Where is the trial which pits Hawk against Canary?
What did you just say?
If he's so wary, he should try humping less. I bet that saves some energy.
This is no time for jokes, Apollo. You just called me a canary.
Don't let him get to you. At least canaries pick up on things quickly, just like you. I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Cykes Tunnel. Here Connor discovered the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage the body as it is in the script before anyone knew its contents?
That's right!
Do you even find the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child.
Elementary school? I guess that'll be your random Japanese word for the recording session. Shogakuse is a elementary school person. Shogake is elementary school. Shogakuse is a elementary school person. Chugakuse is middle school, and koukose is high school. Like, if you ever heard of like Danganronpa, the Japanese title, like instead of Chirpa Happy Happy, it gets Kibou no Gakuen to Zetsubou no Koukosei. So the Kigo it's the school, the Academy of Despair, and the Academy of Hope and the Despair high school students. The high school students of Despair. Anyway, just one of those things. Report testimony throws attorney Athena Cykes for a loop. The perfect caption. How marvelous! A fool in the newspaper is just a thing to boost your brand. In a school paper? Seriously? I believe you pressed the witness more than enough, Miss Cykes. Now do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now in that fair, desperate mind of yours. Etch it deep so you may have never forget. No! No! Even my arguments get thrown back in my face. It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I going to do? Athena, you should just about have all the answers you've been looking for now. Huh? Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the exact same way? I don't follow. Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. How about you discover an inconsistency if you do? Ah! I get it! Thanks, Apollo! Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime scene look just as it was in the script. And that is beyond the shadow of a doubt not a coincidence, is that correct? No, duh. After all, it's just more evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways. Gakak! What did I say? What did I say? Our client made the crime scene look just like the script, something known only to her. That would be not just foolhardy, but completely irrational. What do you mean? Yes, Miss Cykes. Please tell this court what you mean by irrational. It wouldn't make any sense for Jean to mimic her own script on purpose because it would mean leaking the script, make her the culprit, not be possible. I don't understand how it would not be possible, but it would definitely make her the culprit at the very least. And I mean, why does she care about leaking the script? I mean, she does. That's not make her the culprit. The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. That in and of itself is irrational. What's wrong with them being the same? Yes, Miss Cykes. Care to explain what you mean? Okay, let's say for argument's sake that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then... Excuse me? What reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script? That's easy. She was admitting that she was the... That's right. If she had really done that, it would have been like proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame her client. We almost saw her face for a second there. The body was found the day of the mock trial. In short, the day the details were revealed. So it would be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script. Don't let it go to your head just yet.
Objection.
It would seem just as though his comrade in arms has finally drawn a sword. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain so until you master its use.
Enough of the stupid sword metaphors already!
There is a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak.
Reason? What reason?
Voice cracked. Must explain everything. You are what people today call high maintenance.
Ooh!
The accused had intended to stop the mock trial, and in that event...
We'll save. And we'll continue off in the next recording session, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, return the title, yes please. Bet you weren't expecting that now, were you? Of course you would, because this was such a genius plan that no one would ever know of its existence. Except you. And you. But not you. You wouldn't know. Because you kind of aren't really paying attention. You're kind of like on your phone right now. Like, I mean, I'm on my phone too. I'm recording this literally. I'm literally on my phone recording this, but, you know, it's still one of those things, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, you all know what I'm saying, right? So, as it stands now, who do you think is the murderer so far? Out of the people that we've seen so far, assuming that no one else gets revealed, which we might see someone else get revealed, but out of the people we have so far, the only person who I can see it really being is Means. But at the same time, I feel like that's kind of too obvious. Like, it's so obvious it's not even funny. Like, he's just like a classic Ace Attorney murderer. Like, they have to switch it up somehow. It's gotta be Hugh O'Connor, right? I don't think so. I don't think it's Hugh O'Connor. Like, why would he murder? Then again, I guess, like, he was... Like, would that make sense? Like, let's say that... Because you know how, like, the reason that the three of them tore apart is because of, their affiliations. Miss Woods and Mr. Newman are, they believe in Miss Court, whereas Hugh O'Connor believes in Mr. Means. Maybe he murdered Miss Court in order to fix the friendship. I don't know. I think that's a little far-fetched, if I were to be honest. Possibility, but a little far-fetched. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and end things off here. So, if you like this video, this series of videos, please feel free to leave a like if you thought it was cool. Please feel free to subscribe and join Team Strawberry today. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MegaShadowFist. I'll be sure to leave that in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and this is MegaShadowFist signing out. Bye!